I've got so many things that I need to get done, and I'm finding myself more and more unfocused.
It feels like no matter what I do, I can't seem to focus.
Do you ever wonder what life would be like if you were actually able to focus on what you wanted to get done? I do, and I have to get a lot done this month because my contract for work needs to be extended. So if I don't totally crush it at work, I may be out of a job. So I'm challenging myself for 30 days to improve my focus. There were a few baseline rules I wanted to follow each day. Rule 1, prioritize getting 7 to 8 hours of sleep. Rule 2, spend at least 1 hour outside. Rule 3, keep my desk clean. Rule 4, work out for at least 30 minutes. And Rule 5, do some sort of brain training. I don't think I'm ever gonna finish this puzzle. So far, I'm feeling pretty good, but I'm gonna make this more challenging. So I came up with a different challenge for each of the 4 weeks, and I was already starting to dread what I was gonna do for week 4. Hence why I put it off. The first week, I wanted to try out a few different productivity hacks, and Nootropics were first on my list. Nootropics are supplements known for boosting cognitive function, and I wanted to try Alpha Brain from Onnit. I guess we'll see how this goes. Overall, I actually felt pretty focused today, so I don't know if it was just a good focus day or if the Onnit actually helped, because I didn't feel it like kick in or anything. I'm not entirely sure what I'm even supposed to feel. I do want to try it again this week. Day 2 of Alpha Brain, I don't really feel like it did anything, so I guess my conclusion right now is it's not for me. I'm not super impressed. Do you remember when fidget toys used to be a thing? I found this to be particularly helpful for those meetings that I really don't want to be in and I'm super bored. It is kind of nice, but I don't think I would be able to use this in like an actual work setting, like if I were in an office. And in typical ADHD fashion, I don't know where I put my fidget toy. This happens to me a lot. I did get this little guy. It's a little fidget spinner. It's like a little bicycle chain. Kind of cool. I don't really get it.
It's kind of cool.
That's how you're supposed to use it?
Yeah, what did you think you're supposed to do with it?
I thought you were just supposed to do this with it. Like an idiot.
Just like rub it on your fingers?
Yeah. Could you imagine being in a meeting though and just like
under the table doing this?
Week 2 was a shock to the system.
Distraction free, huh?
It kind of sucks, I'm not gonna lie. No social media, no YouTube, no TV, no music, and no phone. I knew this was gonna be difficult. 8:45, I'd say I've officially made it through my first day of not having anything to really distract me. It's been a lot harder than I thought. Everything just feels really quiet. Normally I'm listening to music or I have YouTube on in the background while I work. Shocker, I'm more focused on what I'm doing, but I feel like those things made work more tolerable. Workouts proved to be a little tough. I feel like I can't get pumped up. This might be torture. I sing in the car. I don't have anything to sing to, so I like big butts and I cannot lie. You other brothers can't deny that when a girl walks in with an itty bitty waist and a brown thing in your face, you get. I feel like I'm losing my mind. I'm finding myself avoiding my office. I feel like I am actively seeking distractions. You know what? I'm just gonna take things a day at a time because otherwise I think I'm gonna lose my mind. I've been trying to avoid distractions, but I'm realizing sometimes it's just not gonna be the case.
I'm pretty distracting.
I would say so. You know, looking back at this week, yeah, I guess I was able to focus better, but you know what? I didn't get more done. I had the same level of distractions, I just found them in different ways. 2 weeks down, 2 weeks to go. So I am incorporating digital distractions back into my life, but no social media during the workday, and I'm gonna be utilizing Pomodoro Sessions. Now, if you've never heard of the Pomodoro method, basically you take one task, focus on only that task for 25 minutes, then take a 5-minute break. Do 4 of those sessions, and after the 4th session, you take a 15 to 30-minute break. Now, I've played around with this method before, but I don't think I've ever really stuck to it, so Here we go.
I have been very productive today, but more importantly, I've been able to actually focus. Well, I guess that kind of goes hand in hand, but I mean, you can still be productive and be a chaotic mess. Case in point. I was able to actually sit down and do my work. It sounds so simple, but I think we all know that it's not always that simple. So, there's a spider hanging off of my belt. I guess I still need to work on focus. I'm noticing a bit of a problem with the Pomodoro method. I've personally found it to be great for smaller tasks, but for these bigger ones that require more focus, here's what's happening. I set my timer for 25 minutes, I get to work, I finally get in the groove, I get focused, and then the timer goes off. I have to take a break. But I'm not ready to take that break. And any focus that I had is gone. So I'm gonna play around with a few things. I'm gonna get back to you.
At this point, there weren't a whole lot of things that were consistently working for me. And I started wondering if I would ever figure out how to improve my focus as someone with ADHD. ADHD looks different for everyone. While many people get diagnosed as children, I got diagnosed in high school. And I think the main reason why it took so long was because my grades didn't reflect that there was a problem. I became more aware of just how awful my short-term memory was and how much longer it would take me to study, work on homework, or take a test compared to other people. I figured it out. Since the timer is what breaks up my focus, I'm now taking note of the time that I get started, and I use this hourglass to help drive forward momentum. In a perfect world, I would have a 25-minute hourglass, but this is only 10, this is what I've got, and it's enough to help me get started. But there's no beep or vibration so I can come out of that focused state naturally. Well, it's finally time for me to do what I have been avoiding for weeks. I'm gonna be meditating for 20 minutes a day, every day for the next week. Now that may not sound like a big deal to you, but to me, it is. Sitting still without any sort of stimulation kind of sounds like a form of torture. There's like a phantom hair on my face. Oh, this is gonna be a long week. I'm about to have a conversation with a guy named Jude. I found him on YouTube. He does meditation specifically for people with ADHD. I had no idea that there were options. I'm sure he's got some words of wisdom that are gonna help me get through this because I'm gonna need a lot of help.
So what I'm often doing is teaching people how to relax. So you're actually building these skills and these awarenesses and these ways of being that allow you to be more relaxed throughout the day when you're not even trying to. And that is really what meditation is about.
You know, every time I meditate, I'm really happy that I did. I just don't know why it takes so much effort for me to get started.
Feel in and notice in your body where there's any experience of discomfort, restlessness, any kind of jumpy energy. Can you feel? Mm-hmm. Yeah. So just describe to me what you're feeling in your body.
I feel it primarily in my chest. I'm a pretty excitable person, and this is where I notice some of my ADHD symptoms pop up, is like I get excited, I keep climbing, and I'm just like on this level that nobody else is at. It's just like, Laura, calm down. Like
The key is to first just be aware of it, right? So the thing is, when you're aware of the sensations of that, then there's more of a choice whether we act or not. So the thing is, we're not trying to change these sensations. We're not trying to make them go away. We're not trying to calm you down or bring you out of that space. All we're asking is, do we want to act outwardly on what you're feeling inwardly?
I think for me to really reap the benefits of meditation, I need to figure out when during the day is best for me to actually sit down and do it. Maybe first thing in the morning before I turn on my computer for work and I get bogged down with emails and work stress. I can just take time to relax and find that sense of calm. And I fully anticipate that that calm is going to dissipate throughout the day. And that has absolutely been the case. But at least talking to Jude, it gives me hope that that may not always be the case, and I can find some sort of sense of calm, or really just like bring more awareness to how I handle distractions. And I already feel that shift starting to happen.
Low-level stimulation is soothing, but because stimulation feels good, it takes away this layer of discomfort. So if you improve your ability to just be present with yourself when nothing's happening, it builds this base level of concentration that then you can apply to anything.
Some days I feel like meditation is just not in the cards. Today was one of those days. And that's because I tried to do a silent meditation for as long as I possibly could, up to 20 minutes, and I didn't make it very far. I lasted 3 minutes. I don't think silent meditation is for me, at least right now. I've been going through Jude's meditation course, and it's targeted for people with ADHD, but I really think anybody could benefit from it. It's been great so far, and I highly recommend it. And I'm gonna put the link to his course in the description below in case you may be interested. Now, did meditation improve my focus? Maybe. I'd meditate and feel calm, but as the day went on, my concentration and my sense of calm would die out. This might sound cheesy, but I felt like I was starting to actually accept and embrace the discomfort instead of just pushing it away or making myself feel bad for feeling discomfort in the first place. While ADHD plays a role in my personal experience, I think a lot of us struggle with focus because we're overworked, we're overstimulated, and we don't take enough time to recover. I think honing the ability to sit with our discomfort and our restlessness is incredibly important. But I also think we need to check in and ask ourselves if we need to take a break and give ourselves time to recharge. While I didn't find the one thing that would fix my lack of focus, I feel better equipped to handle the days where focus doesn't come to me so easily. And while my productivity didn't go through the roof, I was able to handle the craziness that work threw at me really, really well. And I got my contract extended for work with extremely positive feedback from my clients. So all in all, I think it was worth it.